You never learned the guitar at school, or was it a self-taught?
It was mostly self-taught. I tried to learn, and the teacher will say, "Play Z major, man. Play Z major." Get really irritated. I just didn't want to play, But I had to learn, so I had to read a bit, and but later on, of course, I had to read and write, because to be a professional musician in the studios in those days, you had to read and write. So I wouldn't have got any job if I couldn't read. So yes, I was never like one of those fabulous reader types, but yeah, I had to read. So I learned what I needed to.
At what age did you kind of then decide that no, I mean, dance is something I don't want to do, but yes, music is something I want to do full time?
I don't know, maybe when I was in the 6th or 7th standard, probably when I started picking up the guitar, and then I think I wrote my first song, which I won't sing for you now, but I still remember it. I remember it because my art teacher's sister was in town, and she said, "Play me a song," and so I sang her the song, and she was, "Oh, what a lovely song! What lovely lyrics! Who wrote the lyrics?" And I said, "I wrote the lyrics." And she says, "You wrote the lyrics? That's very nice." And that just kind of boosted my ego, as a songwriter, to feel that, one of my teacher's sisters really think that I can, the song's great and the lyrics are great. So it was about a humanity song, just like I wrote Krishna years later. It's about humanity, and I think I touch on that subject quite often. Probably that's me. So that probably prompted me to start, kind of getting closer to the guitar, and probably 6th, 7th standard. Well, the last year there, I still remember, and the principal asked everybody, "So you're going to finish your 10th standard, so what are you going to go out and do?" And somebody said, "I want to be a lawyer." Somebody said, "I'm a doctor." And Leslie and I just looked at him and said, "I want to play the guitar." And everybody just laughed. And those same friends today tell me, "Oh, we knew you were going to make it." I said, "Bullshit, you guys laughed." And I haven't forgotten that. But yeah, I mean, I don't hold it. It's just like, everybody just thought I was ridiculous. But I couldn't see myself do anything else. My passion for my music has been right from the beginning. And I think somewhere down the line, when I became professional, my biggest fear was probably to lose the passion. And probably that's why I've reinvented myself every time musically, to keep, because I know the moment I just start doing more of the same thing, I'll get so bored of it that I'll have to opt out. I'll have to drop. I'll start fishing or something, because I can't play music because I'm getting paid X amount of money, or because it's required. Yes, all that is part of it, but I gotta love it. And I think that's a key element for most young artists, is to just do it because you love it. And then somewhere, I keep telling people, when you start chasing things, it's like a shadow. It just keeps running away from you. As the more you run, the more the shadow runs, and you don't have time to practice your craft. So by the time it's 12 o'clock and the shadow does get to you, you're really so tired and you're so unpracticed that when you get that slot in the limelight and you got the floodlights on you, you don't know what to do with it. Whereas if you just stand alone, stand quietly, let the shadow go where it's going, just practice your art, you just focus on your music and keep doing it. By the time the sun is right on top of you at 12 o'clock and the shadow comes right at your feet, you'll be like a master at what you're doing, because you've already been practicing, your skills are sharp, and that's the time to, do your thing.
It's like in politics, you have your father who's a minister. Chances are the son easily gets a seat in the party and stuff. In your case, with the Bollywood Connect and such a great name that PL Raj had in the circuit, and was it a cakewalk for you as a musician to enter?
It was probably the most difficult thing, because one, I didn't want to dance, so I wanted to do music. So he said, "You need to have a proper guru." So I've had a couple of people who have really taught me. There's somebody called Gussie Rick, who teaches a lot in Delhi now, but he's the guy who I learned a lot of my guitar playing and a lot of my life, because I was this young kid that just hang around, and so you learn a lot from. It's like a guru shishya kind of thing, like. By hanging around, you learn a lot of things, words of wisdom that happen, but you also learn the craft, how to play and stuff. And then there was Gorakh Sharma, who's Pyare Bhai's brother, that's Lakshmikant Pyarelal. So Pyarelal's younger brother, Gorakh Sharma, So he taught me a lot of. I mean, he's like my guru. He's Ganda Vanda. He's tied, and he's taught me a lot of things, a lot of concepts about guitar, and a really sweet guy. You he was like the most amazingly different player I've heard. I mean, if you listen to Duffly Wale, that guitar solo, that's Gorak. But you try playing it, it's damn difficult because his upstroke and downstroke is just the same weight. It's very difficult to play with that kind of equal weight on your downstroke and your upstroke. It's all equal. You hear it and try playing it. It's just damn difficult. It sounds easy.
And it's not software. It's
no, it's all real thing.
right.
Yeah. So that's how I was lucky. I was kind of born at a time when it was all hardware and it was all about learning your craft. And then I was also the young kid when EDM started. So when electronic dance music started and the computers got invented for music, I was a young kid. And for me, Giorgio Moroder and stuff like this was what I was following. So today you hear Daft Punk on their album, they've given Giorgio Moroder a big slot, in fact, a big interview. And it's so fantastic to see that they're actually, commemorating or they're kind of giving the right due to the right people who actually started EDM. And I was there, I was the young kid. So for me, I guess when I started remixes in India with Piya Tu Ab To Aaja and O Mere Sona with Asha Bhosle, it was not new, it was like dance music. Just it was contemporary dance at that time, what dance music was. And recently I've done an EDM album with a lot of kids, all Shankar Mahadev's kids, Hariharan's kids, Kavita Krishnamurti, L. Subramaniam's kids, Loy's kids, my daughter. And the press has been asking, sir, you're doing EDM? I say, yes, I am EDM. I come from EDM. So it's just like a different sound of the same feel. So I think it's just a new approach, but it's not very difficult and not very different from what EDM is. So when I started Hindi pop, there was Pari Hu Main, right? There was Janam Samjha Karo, there was all this Yaro Dosti. That was one idiom of music. But after some time, everyone says, oh, he's like a hot producer. Oh, and you've done, some of the biggest artists in the country, you've produced all of them. He said, Aage kya? Because I don't want to get stuck doing this for the rest of my life. Because I know there's a lot more I can do. And this idiom requires only this. Anything else won't work because currently this is what's in the market. I mean, what people are responding to. A lot of my friends at that time used to take drugs, and I'm probably the only guy, one of the few guys who didn't take drugs, and I still don't. And I feel that music is my drug. Every time I need a fix, I go reinvent myself. I change the chords around, I change the beats around, I change the harmonic structure, and I'm got another fix. And I'm good to go for another few years till I need another fix. It's fine that, this enthu bit can also take you over the roof sometimes. Because I've done ridiculous things by being enthu, where like I've done 19 jingles in 3 days.
Oh, okay.
There's 19 films to be scored, 30-second films to be scored in 3 days. That's like no sleep, because I'm the captain of the ship. I have to stay awake, and all the musicians are sleeping around me because we're working round the clock. And probably, I remember the 18th one or the 19th one got delayed because the film guys just couldn't edit fast enough. They were just so tired. It's a lot of work. Or for example, Coke Studio. When I did Coke Studio, I did 51 songs in 40 days. You do the math and you see where's the sleep. I actually slept only 2 hours every day for those 40 days. It was like Chalisa, you just do 40 days of penance and you're just doing what you love. 2 hours is practically impossible. So you try it 5 days later, see what happens to you. 10 days, you're going to die. 15 days later, you're about to die. 20 days later, and I'm saying you got another 20 days to go. And on day 35, I'm singing with Hariharan. If you don't sleep you ask any singer, if you don't sleep, what happens to your voice? It's gone. So on day 35, I had to sing with Hari, as colonel cousins. And I don't know how I did it. It's just mind over matter. So you know that the mind is more powerful than anything. And if you really are crazy about it, you can do it. And to do 51 songs in 40 days, I mean, there were 2 or 3 days I slept for 15 minutes between 2 days. 45 minutes between 2 days.
My God.
And it was bizarre because every night I'd compose like from 11, 12 till about 5. And then from 5 to 5:30 I'd be emailing the drummer his parts, the guitar player's parts, the keyboard player their
But there was
parts.
so much pressure from the channel that you had to kind of.
Because I mean, we had the biggest singers of the country at that time. There was, there was Sunidhi, there was KK, there was Shan, there was Kailash, there was, Shankar. Everybody was there. So everyone's dates had to be managed. And the only way we could manage was 40 days. In those 40 days, we had to finish everyone. So, yeah, I just did it. And I don't know how. And if you ask me to do it again, I can't do it.